This show is an opinion-based show. The opinions expressed here are of the person who expressed them and not a reflection of how League Gaming or its staff speaks or thinks. This show is for mature audiences, and the hosts, co-hosts are not responsible for the viewers under the age of 18 who watch our content. You should not watch this show if you are pregnant, might be pregnant, or breastfeeding, lactose intolerant, if you have a history of heart disease or stroke, if your name has L's, I's, or X's in it. Side effects may include being triggered and or butthurt, big head, upset stomach, vomiting, explosive diarrhea, irritable bowel syndrome, erectile dysfunction, heart attack, stroke, and even death. Please contact By Mercy and Grace if you are experiencing any of these symptoms.
Welcome to the LG Doghouse. I'm your host, Sir Mike Knight. With me, as always, Audacity. I say always, but no, he's almost never here. And the Bulging Twine. All right.
Yep.
Let's cut right into it. We got a lot to talk about. And the first thing we want to talk about is the newest second tag to hit the streets. Twine, you just go ahead. You go ahead and start this off, man. Go ahead.
Why does that have to be me?
Because.
So some stuff fell into my lap. I mean, this is just a continuance of what already started in the shop box from a bunch of players from the Pete's, right? So some information fell into my lap that there is a player on the Ice Dogs that is a second tag of a NHL player. The NHL player's name is like what's the name? I can't remember the damn name, but
Hamburger Time?
I don't know.
That's just his. That's just his name on fucking whatchamacallit. I'll get the name. Go ahead and keep going.
Super something. But his name on the Ice Dogs is Beautiful Wiener. This is the accusation. So Beautiful Wiener.
Surprise me 2269.
There you go. So this guy's been on the Ice Dogs for 3 seasons in a row. It's questionable how he ended up being bid on 3 seasons in a row without being taken if his points were good. But this year he signed up as a goaltender, so it goes back to that debate. So he was able to slide in with a $500,000 contract on the team through bidding. But apparently this guy's a second tagger. Is there proof yet? There's stuff that's been shown. There's someone showed me a picture of a conversation between some people where someone was being begged not to go to the league. There was another conversation with someone did not deny that it was happening. I don't spread this stuff around. I saw it. I'm not showing the pictures, but it's someone that I thought everybody could respect a little bit in the league. We saw what happened with Jags. A lot of people respected him. He cheated, right? So now we have another guy, allegedly, who's doing the same thing and knows about it. And frankly, a lot of people are tired of it. The team that complained about it. This is the best part, and I don't want to get in trouble with anybody, but it's like a lot of managers complain about other managers breaking the rules and not doing stuff right for like waiver wires or something. And then the response is, well, stop complaining and do something about it. But then when people do something about it, it takes forever or you never hear nothing about it, which I'm sorry, Audacity could chime in on that. But it's in the hands of the league now. It's been submitted as proof, but it's been weeks. It's been a couple weeks. So
I'm going to go ahead and name names. I don't give a shit.
Okay.
I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it.
It ain't me.
All right. So it's the Niagara Ice Dogs, right? So it's obviously Pogs. And the complaining manager, right? And this is the funny part to me, is the complaining manager says, we know this guy's a second tag. Why would you play him against us? Right?
And there was no denial in that conversation.
Kicker of Rocks from the Peterborough Petes. The Peterborough Petes, again, in second tag controversy. Yes, it's not their second tag, but they knew about it. You know something, say something. Then this won't happen. And how long has he known about it?
Kicker, who knows?
Audacity, anything?
For a while, it looked like your dog was,
Trained him well.
Got some peanut butter sitting around.
Got some peanut butter sitting there in the lap.
Yeah. Right.
And that's the funniest part to me is that Kicker of Rocks comes to him and says, "Look, my AGM or my what do you say? He just said some guy was about to quit over all this shit because ECU's got taken by surprise me. We know about his second tag. Why?
His manager did quit over it because of the whole situation.
Probably couldn't live with the guilt of knowing that this shit was happening, but he couldn't go to the league without getting his entire team fucking in trouble. Tough shit. Don't break the fucking rules. Just saying. And if you know about somebody breaking the rules, you got to say something. Otherwise, you're an accessory at this point. You know, if you knew about it and you didn't say anything about it, you're just as liable. I had the same thing happen to me. I didn't know anything about it because I'd just gotten onto this team. But my GM, when I first got bid on this season, which I'm back on the Broncos, ended up getting proved as a second tag, and he's gone. And then like 6 other people from the team, because they knew about it, are gone. So I mean, it's going to happen. The league is not going to stand idly by and let this happen. And we're going to make
the concern there from some of the players that know about it or have witnessed people talking about it. And of course, you know, as soon as you see someone say something about it, you assume automatically it's true, right? Without any investigation. But there's so much messages and proof and pictures and stuff being thrown around. For example, the guy played in, what is it, LGUHL, and used the same kick name, forgot to change it, and it was blatantly obvious, right? So it's like, and I'm not saying this, it's just other people are questioning, well, what takes so long? There's the goddamn proof, right? So like the same thing with the second tagging on the 67s.
Exactly. It's just bullshit. This whole second tagging issue is it's constant. It's never going to stop. It's not going to stop. But once the proof is put in the league's lap, the league has to do something about it, and immediately nip that shit in the butt right away. Yeah, I understand that you don't want to make a mistake and accuse a guy of second tagging, and then come to find out later that he's not second tagging. But the proof is here. I mean, it's staring us right in the face.
Well, so what? You make a mistake, you reinstate him. What's the big deal? It's not like it's a job where there's a bunch of legalities. It's a freaking video game website, man. Right? What are you going to start with?
I agree, but what are you going to do? Anyway, let's just cut into it. Let's do the good, the bad, and the ugly. Audacity. Audacious.
I'm just here so I don't get fined.
Audacity, give me something good.
I'm back for this episode.
And we'll see him in another 3 weeks. Twine, give me something good.
We played against Audacity's team the other day and beat them. That was fun because Audacity didn't do a goddamn thing, and I posted the game results in our group me chat, so that was funny. He liked it, so I don't know why he gave me a middle finger, but it's a good game, but he lost. But actually, the good thing is that, hey, like, we're getting down to the trade deadline, so I think this Sunday is the trade deadline. So last weekend we saw a ton of trades. There's probably a lot of good ones that are going to happen here as soon as Zeno gets around to approving them. But some of the trades that were made last week, we saw significant improvement in some of the teams that gambled and made some deals. So some of these teams that are footnote bottom feeders, right? I mean, I'm sorry, the teams that are in the bottom of the standings are kind of winning some games and improving. One of the ones I would have to say is the Swift Current Broncos, right? They had a good little tear there going, and you have to give some credit to Aromatic
and Only Simpson, yeah, Aromatic, Only Simpson, and Nutmeg.
Good job. They turned that team around a little bit. They're in a playoff run. They're competitive. So hey, they made some good deals. So it's good. Teams aren't going to struggle.
Yeah, the Warriors as well.
Warriors, yeah, man.
Yep.
5-37. They're making a run. Audacity's Rangers. They're close to making the cup run.
They will have that cup run.
All right. So my good is that we might actually have more media here in the CHL. Now, contrary to popular belief, we would like to see more media in the CHL, right? We like people who actually sit there and talk about stats, because then when people come on and message us and say, "Hey, man, you should make sure that you mention my 5 goals and 2 assists against freaking Tri-City Americans and because I'm fucking awesome," and I can just say, go to Pastor Gaines' show. He'll suck your dick for you. Yes.
Oh, speaking of sucking dick and past games, now that's a subject I can touch in on. What the fuck was in his mouth during this episode? It's like he had a bag full of dicks in there. And then he had a little jar.
Oh, you talking about Pastor Gaines? His tobacco spitting?
His big old mouth full of dicks with the fucking spitting in the jar. Yeah, I was like, dude, how many times are we going to have to watch this?
Well, here we go, live. Here's all the trades going through.
There you go. All right. Audacity. Give me something bad.
Pastor Gaines spitting in the goddamn jar during the whole show. It was fucking disgusting. Oh my god. Oh. That's a funny one, Mike.
Good stuff. Next, who's next, mate?
Twine, give me something bad.
It's only 3 of us. My bad is kind of a touch off what we were talking about at the beginning, is that managers not reporting issues. So those who don't hang out management chat recently, there's always a bog in there or two kind of moderating.
I got banned from there.
Footnote. Yeah, this season it's Billy Smith and Zeno, right? So Zeno's always fun to have in the chat. Billy's there like once every 8-9 days or something like that. But there's people in there complaining about waiver wire. The rule is you can't pick someone up off waivers and send them straight to your TC or re-waive them. You have to play them at least one game, right, that week. And these guys are complaining.
Well, you can re-waive them.
Per rule, you can re-waive them. What's the point? All you do is kill your waiver claim.
I mean, that's the whole point. They have to take a roster spot and at least play a game before.
Well, I mean, no, but what they're doing is they're winning the claim, and then within an hour, waiving them again, sending them back down. You know what I mean? So, Dual TZ or whatever how you pronounce his name on an Owen Sound made a smarky remark about it in the chat today, and Zeno was like, "You know what? I'm fucking done with you. Goodbye," and he kicked him right out of the chat. But Zeno was kind of right, man. Why complain? Why aren't you filing something in the Action Center to complain about it, and then that owner that made that stupid broke the rule, stop acting like you don't know that the rule is there, because you've been in the league for 6 weeks now as a manager, right? So if there's issues going on in the league, report the issue. Stop complaining and report the issue. The more you make it public, the less the league's going to do something about it. File it, let it go. Like second tagging.
I'm gonna say my bad. iCheap posted a thread, kind of trying to get people to ask questions to a bog, like iCheap is the one to take seriously. But it started a whole fight between what is this kid's name? Hold on, I gotta get this right here. But it started a giant fight where this guy, some reason, decided that he was going to announce the fact that he asked for a trade, first of all. So he announces that he's asking for a trade on this whole, hey, ask me questions, I am iCheap fucking thing. God damn it, dude! I should have already had this up. Oh yeah, I'm a CHL blog for 9 seasons. There we go. Okay,
Great show.
His name is Sergeant Van Doos. Sergeant Van Doos starts a fight in this whole thing, he asks. Oh man, and iCheap is hilarious. Having an issue, problem with management. Now I'm muted in the team locker room. I need to know if there is a trade in progress for me. Send PM to owner, GM, but they won't answer back. Don't really want to make a complaint. I know it's going to be twisted around and too long to prove. All I want to do is play. No bog is going to let you know if there's a trade.
But no, the funny
Already
part,
will.
Did you see the punchline and all that? What league's he from? He's not even in the goddamn Xbox League.
Oh, he's in the PSN League. That's right.
Yes.
Yeah. Oh, man.
He's like, I got you. I'll show you. Posting the wrong fucking league.
Oh,
Poor
man,
guy.
I didn't-
Should have just let him on. Poor guy.
I know. Should have just kept going. Audacity, give me something ugly.
God damn it. Well, we saw WWE Jerome for the first time. He looks like a French Mercy. So I'm going to go with him.
Twine, give me something ugly.
The ugly would have to be Jerome again, okay? Because on Monday we had all these connection issues with EA servers, and the dipshit dumbass, did a forced forfeit on Moose Jaw, knowing that nobody was getting their games connected. So then, I guess he got in an argument with Zeno about it. You know, Zeno doesn't like to take forced forfeit. So the next day, Jerome's like, I quit. I'm done. I'm out of here. I'm stepping down. I'm done with management. 4 hours later, he's like, I'm back. I talked to Zeno. But yet in the shout box all day, he's calling Zeno an asshole, right? Saying that the CHL will be forever garbage as long as Zeno's running the CHL. So, first of all, don't be a douche. Don't take a forced forfeit on a team that, no offense, Soup, sucks already, right? Reschedule the game like the rest of us did today. So,
And not only that, it just doesn't even matter that it's the team, you know, that's not doing well. That does play a big part in it. It's like, why do you need to force a forfeit against a team that you should win against? But everybody was having problems. Everybody was having problems connecting that day. I think we ended up moving our 8:30 game to 10:30 to play it because we couldn't get like half our freaking team on, and neither could the other team. You know, it's stupid. It's just fucking. Why do you got to force forfeits, especially against a team that's just not doing well?
As a GM, I used to, I don't know, I would sometimes just take the forfeit because you don't feel like being bothered with rescheduling. I would even rather forfeit the game than have it reschedule because that just means then I have to get everybody together, another game. Everybody's like, oh, I don't want to fucking play. I've already signed up for my games. So I understand why you would take a forfeit because it's a pain in the ass, or I would just give it. I mean, who cares? Everybody makes the playoffs in the CHL except for the Rangers. Who is going to win the cup? They will win the cup.
But you have a team that has double the wins than losses. He has a good team. They're in a good position in the standings, but you take a forced forfeit on a team that is never going to make the playoffs. They're playing all TC players. It's only 2 points. You reschedule the game. That was the biggest douchebag move, I think, of this entire season, other than the owner that's using a second tag.
Well, if there's server issues and stuff like that, I wouldn't take the forfeit. But if it's just some douchebag going, man, I'm having trouble getting my...
Well, I mean, that was the whole point. The whole point was that there were server issues. You know, people who had downloaded games, anybody who had a disc game could play. Anybody who had downloaded the game couldn't get on.
Nope.
And that was the issue. So
no, it could be something, you know, with him being French and all. J-Block might be onto something about banning them all.
No.
we went over.
Mayor Topcat and Al Raiders want to be on the show next week. Just saying. I don't mean to interrupt. I'm sorry. I'm watching the management group me chat.
Are they French?
Oh, man.
Are they what?
Are they French?
No, neither.
Okay, then no. No one can have room for a Frenchie.
My ugly is Cato Canada, and that's all I have to say about that. Let's cut into break with a nice video from Cato Canada.
Charger stopped working, so like it doesn't light up at all. Obviously it's not plugged in right now, so we'll plug it in. No lights come on the thing. We can try to plug it in here. There's still no lights, there's no humming, nothing like that. I can show you here that this outlet works fine. I got this other battery charger to show you that the outlet's fine. It's working. Right. Yeah, see, it's still plugged in there. We'll try this way. Not. Yeah, there's no.
Welcome back. Now we're going to do the nightly news with Sir Mike Knight. I'm Sir Mike Knight, and this is the nightly news. Sergeant Van Deuce decided to voice his frustrations over his management in a post by Bog Eyecheap. The problem is he's not even playing for the Xbox League. You could say he dropped a real Van Deuce. Jerome tried to take a forced forfeit against the Warriors on a night when the Xbox wasn't working well for most people. Upon further investigation, we found out that he really just wanted to play more with his rainbow-colored dildo. The award for the greatest burn goes to Tris10. The site founder, in a post by Cato Canada, told him, "Take Canada out of your name, you're an embarrassment." The Warriors have been officially eliminated from the playoffs with just 17 points. However, the Kitchener Rangers are still in the playoffs somehow with 13 points. On a more serious note, the All-Star Committee is getting things together to start the voting. Look for the forum soon. That's all the news we have. Until next time, have a golden day and a great night. Thanks, Mike. And now we have Hanging by a String with the Bulging String.
String!
Hey guys, welcome back to Hanging by a String. I'm your host, Bulging String. Missed you last week, sorry. This week we have an interview with a CHL player. His name is Beautiful Wiener, and he plays for the Niagara Ice Dogs. Tearing it up all season, doing a great job scoring points, helping the Ice Dogs win. He's been on the team for 3 consecutive seasons. This year he's trying it out as a goalie. Oh, never mind. He signed up as a goalie, but he's playing forward. I'm sorry. Got confused, because that's not happening anywhere else. But we're going to interview Beautiful Wiener this week about the accusations of him being a second tag from an NHL player. So let's go. Oh, by the way, Cato Canada, you're a pussy. Let's go. Okay, so Beautiful Wiener, thank you for coming on the show and answering some questions about the current controversy. But first question is, there is a lot being said about you right now in the CHL that you're a second tag. What do you have to say for yourself? And I don't understand. I've been on the Ice Dogs for 3 seasons now, man. This season, oddly enough, is a goaltender, but I never had an issue before. So this has never been a concern before? No one's ever brought it up before in the previous 2 seasons? Because apparently what's being said is that you're this guy named Hamburglar on Kick, or his name is Surprise Me in the NHL? No, never. I don't even get it. I have no idea who this guy is. I just play, and I have no issues with anyone. But you do realize there's a lot of damning evidence out there proving that you are Surprise Me 22 from the NHL. Again, we are not the same person. I've never played NHL level in LG. Okay, well, there are pictures of messages where it's not being denied and people begging other people not to go forth to the league, complaining about the second tag issue. What do you have to say about that? I have never played in the CHL. I mean NHL. I'm a CHL guy, and I have been here for 3 seasons in a row. You know, recently a manager quit the LG CHL over the controversy. That absolutely cannot look well for you or anybody else involved in the situation or the accusations. Look, we are not a second tag. We just want to play. Stop pounding us. By the way, there's a YouTube channel out about the second tag thing anyway, but you know. Alright, well there you have it. No proof there, huh? So you decide, guys. Are we second tagging here, or is this a legitimate non-gripe? Is it two different players? Thanks again, guys. Guy, for joining Hanging by a String, and hey, you guys make the call. Hopefully the right decision comes out. Thanks again for hanging by a string. We'll see you next week on the Doghouse. So you're not even a cooked hot dog, man. You're like raw. And a hamburger, dude, you have like no cheese. There's very little onions. You're not even a real fucking burger, dude. You're just a plain hamburger. But like hamburger and hot dog does go together. It's great for cookouts. But
All right, man. I'm gonna go have to get me a hot dog. That was pretty good, man. Good job, String.
And now we'll cut into the Doghouse. Audacity.
What's up?
Who's in the Doghouse?
Oh, we started filming? Did I miss the call?
Audacity. Who's in the Doghouse?
I feel like Mercy on this one. You have to come back to me.
Twine. Who's in the Doghouse?
You gotta go with the obvious call this week. It's two good candidates, but the one until we get further proof on what's going on with the second tag, we got to put Jerome in the Doghouse, man. For after coming on the show, and then within days after that, taking a forced forfeit from a team that's the complete last place team in the league on a night that no one could connect. Garbage move. So stick to trampoline wrestling, man.
Yeah. Oh man. I got Audacity. You ready?
Yeah, I can do mine.
Hey, there's no nightly news this week?
We already introduced it.
Oh, sorry, didn't even realize it happened.
Yeah. Audacity. Who's in the Doghouse?
By Mercy and Grace for not answering my call. I called him before the show to get him on the Skype call, and he hung up. You're a dick, Mercy. A dick.
I got to go with Kicker of Rocks. All right, and the reason being is not only for the second tag thing, and it does have something to do with the second tag thing, but you knew that this guy was a second tag. You knew that they had a second tag on the team, and then you bitch because they played the second tag against you. Really? You could have nipped that shit in the butt fucking weeks ago when you fucking found out, or seasons ago, most likely, when you first found out. And then you're gonna bitch that they played him against you? He's on their fucking roster. How about you get them off their fucking roster? Then you won't have to worry about playing against them. Idiot.
I think he was more pissed because they got their asses kicked by the second tagger. Alleged second tagger.
Right. Yeah, alleged second tagger. Fucking stupid. All right, we're going to cut into predictions. Audacity. Who besides the Kitchener Rangers is going to make a cup run?
You're an asshole. I'm riding the Kitchener train all the way to the cup, bitch. You wait. They're sleeping. It's an under. They're all right now. They're sleeping dogs. They've won 4 games and they were solid wins.
They have 5 wins. They're 1-9 in their last 10, man. They've only lost 7 in a row.
There you go. 1-9 in their last 10. Champions. Championship. Winner.
Oh man, Twine.
Man, I've been sticking with Lethbridge every week, and they thanked me and grouped me after the show last week. But the last week they have gone in a nosedive. And they've dropped all the way down to 6th place. They were in first for a while and then second. And then, my God. But last year, I changed it every week. I'm going to stick with Lethbridge. I think they're going to turn it around after the trades and still make a playoff run. Who cares about the regular season? Once you get into the playoffs, that's when you make the run. So, Lethbridge.
So that's exactly it. I got to go with a team that's been hot lately.
Change his name.
Out of the WHL West, the Everett Silvertips.
Wagon.
I really want to see a team beat Seattle for that first place in the WHL West, and I think Everett can do that. If not them, then the Victoria Royals. But Everett Silvertips. Don't get me wrong. I'm still riding that fucking Prince Albert train.
Then why'd you say Everett Silvertips?
Because I wanted to give another team some fucking props.
Then pick
You got a
two
problem
teams.
with that? You got a problem
Pick
with
two
that?
teams.
You got a problem with that? You got a problem?
Only one
You got a
team
problem?
can win the cup.
You got a problem?
Yeah, one team can do the cup. You got bad math.
I didn't say anything about who's going to win the cup. Did I say Twine, who's going to win a cup, or did I say Twine, who's going to make a cup run?
Why'd you bother talking about the Everett Silvertips then?
Because I think they're going to make a good cup run.
Wah, wah, wah. No, that's cool. They're a good team. They're a good team.
I'm trying to figure out where the fuck
I forget
your
it.
argument was here.
Don't give Cato any more ammo. Are you wearing a hat because of your greasy hair?
Oh, of course.
That's what Cato said, dude. That's a Cato comment, man.
I'm actually hoping that Notorious Fat is watching because he loved this hat a couple seasons ago.
Did everybody in here right now get to see the comment that Tris made after Cato Cannon was talking to him?
Oh man, that was gold. It was gold. Absolute savage.
Tris killed him.
Take Canada out of your name. You were an absolute disgrace.
It was an embarrassment or something, wasn't it? He was like, "You're an embarrassment."
Absolute embarrassment. Let me actually get it because I've been. I keep going back to it because I kind of want to jerk off to it tonight.
Well, you're on the Everett Tips team page, stroking off to that right now.
That too. Please take Canada out of your name. You're an embarrassment. It has 10 winners and 1 like.
And you notice Cato never responded to it, right?
Nope.
And then
nope. He just went right back. He just went right back to freaking you.
Later in the shop box, Mercy's in there with him. He was like, "Go ahead and respond to Tris. We're ready for that fight. We think he can take him." And this is the first time. It's the first time I ever heard Cato back down. He was like, "No, I know my limits."
Oh man.
Flyers win 3-1.
Flyers suck.
Going nowhere though.
You know what we haven't done yet?
What's that? Nightly news?
That's all the time we have for this episode of the LG Doghouse from myself, Audacity, and the Bulging Twine. LG. Vape away. You ready? Twine? Can't even do it, can you? Fucking vibrating, dude.
He's got his dildo set to automatic.
They keep mentioning me. It's Glad. Glad keeps mentioning me like every 5 seconds.